Every life is a story, every moment a chapter. Here on Slow English Stories, we pause to listen.
Welcome to Slow English Stories.
Today we have a story that was finished before it even began.
Imagine your whole family's history was written down on secret papers 100 years before you were born.
As the last person in your family reads the final sentence, a giant hurricane destroys everything.
Our story follows the Buendia family. The family is led by Jose Arcadio Buendia and his wife, Ursula Iguaran.
They were cousins, and their families were afraid of their marriage. They feared a child from their family could be born with the tail of a pig.
A man's ghost haunted their old house, so they left to find a new home. One night, Jose Arcadio Buendia had a dream of a shining city made of mirrors. He woke up and said, "We will build our new home here." He called the new town Macondo.
Early Macondo was like a paradise where no one had died yet. Their only connection to the outside world was a family of gypsies who visited each year. The leader of the gypsies was a wise man named Melquiades. He brought amazing inventions like magnets and telescopes. Jose Arcadio Buendia was fascinated by these new things.
One day, an orphan girl named Rebecca arrived at the house. She brought a strange sickness to Macondo, a plague of insomnia. People could not sleep, and soon they began to lose their memories. They started to forget the names of everything. The past was disappearing.
Melquiades, the gypsy, returned from the dead to cure the plague. He stayed in Macondo and began to write on his secret parchments. But Jose Arcadio Buendia's brilliant mind finally broke. He became violent, shouting that the same day was repeating over and over. 20 men had to tie him to a large chestnut tree in the backyard, where he stayed for the rest of his life.
The second generation of the family now had to face the world. A handsome man named Pietro Crespi arrived in Macondo. Both the daughter Amaranta and the adopted daughter Rebecca fell in love with him. This love did not make them friends. It created a bitter rivalry that lasted their whole lives.
The second son, Aureliano, was quiet and solitary. He married a very young girl named Remedios, but she died suddenly. After her death, Aureliano became interested in politics. He was disgusted by the government's corruption, so he started a rebellion. From that day on, he was known as Colonel Aureliano Buendia.
The colonel fought in 32 wars, and he lost them all. During the war, he had 17 sons with 17 different women. The war became his life, but it was a life of violence and failure. He lost his ability to feel love or sadness and became a man made of solitude. In the end, he realized he was fighting only for pride.
The founding generation also passed away. Jose Arcadio Buendia, the patriarch, finally died under the chestnut tree. At the moment of his death, something magical happened. A silent rain of tiny yellow flowers fell from the sky. The flowers covered the entire town in a soft, fragrant blanket.
The future of the family now belonged to the third and fourth generations. One of the colonel's sons built a railroad, connecting Macondo to the world. The train brought new things, like the cinema and telephone. But it also brought an American fruit company that built a large banana plantation. The company had enormous power, and Macondo changed forever.
During this time, the most beautiful woman in the world lived in Macondo. Her name was Remedios the Beauty. Her beauty was so powerful that it was deadly to men. One afternoon, while hanging laundry, Remedios the Beauty began to float into the air. She rose into the sky, holding a white sheet, and disappeared forever.
The daughter of the family, Meme, fell in love with a mechanic named Mauricio Babylonia. Her mother, Fernanda, did not approve of their love. Mauricio was always followed by a cloud of yellow butterflies. One night, Fernanda posted a guard, and when Mauricio tried to visit Meme, the guard shot him. Mauricio was paralyzed for life, and Meme never spoke another word.
The banana company workers decided to go on strike. They wanted better pay and better working conditions. The government promised to meet with them, so over 3,000 men, women, and children gathered in the town square. But it was a trap. The army surrounded the square with machine guns and opened fire.
One man, Jose Arcadio Segundo, survived the massacre. He woke up on a long train filled with the dead bodies of the workers. When he returned to Macondo, he discovered something even more terrible. No one remembered the massacre. The government said it never happened, and everyone believed the official story.
That night, a light rain began to fall on Macondo. The rain did not stop for 4 years, 11 months, and 2 days. The great flood washed away the banana company, but it also left the town in ruins. The Buendia family was trapped inside their rotting home as the world dissolved into mud.
After the rain stopped, Macondo was a ghost town. The Buendia house was almost empty and being eaten by red ants. But one day, the last hope for the family returned from Europe. Amaranta Ursula, energetic and modern, arrived with a plan to save the family.
In the ruined house, Amaranta Ursula found her nephew, Aureliano. He had grown up in complete solitude. They fell into a wild, passionate, and forbidden love affair. Their love was so powerful they did not notice the house crumbling around them. It was the first true love in the family's history, but it was also their final doom.
Soon, Amaranta Ursula was pregnant. She gave birth to a baby boy, the last of the Buendia family. But when he was born, they saw the family's oldest fear had come true. The baby was born with the tail of a pig. Amaranta Ursula died after giving birth, and in his sadness, Aureliano forgot about his son, who was eaten by the red ants.
Aureliano was now the last person in Macondo. In his ultimate solitude, he finally understood Melquiades's parchments. The parchments contained the entire story of his family, written 100 years in the past. As he read the final sentence, a powerful hurricane began to destroy the town. He read that the city would be wiped from all memory the moment he finished reading.
The story of the Buendia family is a warning.
It shows that a family, or a country, trapped by solitude and unable to learn from its past is doomed to disappear.
Races condemned to 100 years of solitude do not get a second chance on Earth.
We hope you enjoyed this story. For more stories to help you learn, check out the Daily Slow English podcast.